Hola estudiantes, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? So we're getting towards the end of the semester and I wanted to share with you some information. A ver, so número uno, at this point you were supposed to take 5 quizzes, okay? So you need to have five quizzes. If for any reason you didn't complete your oral quiz, you have to contact me, okay? Because you are in big trouble, okay? A ver, so we are going to see that on this week we are going to see an extra quiz, okay? So whoever completed 5 quizzes is going to be available, is going to have the opportunity to take the extra credit, okay? I gave a password to those who completed the oral quiz. You're going to use the same password to access the extra credit quiz, okay? That's that. Also, for some reason, I guess I'm getting too tired, I didn't include objeto directo in the within the activities that you were supposed to be done last week. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them, but you're going to complete them if you want. Okay, so keep in mind that if you're going to Spanish 106, you need to have an idea of what is objeto directo. Okay, I didn't realize that it was not included, so I went back to the quiz and I modified the last part that had three questions that had to deal with objeto directo. Okay, so if you complete those activities that I'm going to include for objeto directo during this week, you're going to get some extra credits, and those points are going towards your activity points. Okay, what else? Bien, so I think that's that. For the final, you're going to be able to see the final this Sunday. Okay, now in order to be ready for the final, you had to develop some strategies. I noticed that some students are completing the activities with their books, the book open, their notes open. When you do that, what you're doing is you're moving information from one place to another, and then your brain is not retaining information. So because of that, some of the students were not able to answer some of the questions in the oral because they are not exposed enough to the material. So my suggestion is when you are studying for the final, close everything and then try to do the activities. If you get them wrong, you go back and you redo them. Okay. So about the objeto directo. Now, this is pretty simple. Okay, I'm going to show you here how it works. A ver, let me see if I can write acá. Ay, this is getting objeto directo. This is the first time that I'm using this kind of pencil. Directo. Okay, so imagine that I say, give me ¿verdad? Give me the keys. Now, this is in English, and I know, so I want to give you, ¿verdad? An explanation in English first. So the verb is give, okay? Give. This is your verb, okay? You're asking another person to give you something, and that something is what? The keys, right? So that's your objeto directo, okay? That's your objeto directo. For example, I can say Maria. Now I'm moving to Spanish, okay? I can say Maria. Ay, caramba. María tiene el libro. Right? Now, let's go back to the sentence. What is the verb? The verb is tiene, right? That's your verb, your verbo. That is the action, okay? Now, you have to find el sujeto. In this case, it's María. Sometimes it's good to find the sujeto who is doing the action. Why? Because then you don't get confused. Now the question is, ¿qué tiene María? ¿Qué tiene María? María tiene el libro. So el libro is objeto directo. See? Makes sense? I hope so. Bien. So now we can replace, like you do in English, the objeto directo with a pronoun. Now, in Spanish, the pronouns are, for first person is me. Ay, caramba. Me. Right? Like me llamo. My pencil is not writing. Aquí, me. Right? First person. And then the second person is te. The second person. And then third person is lo, masculine, or la. And then we have the plural forms. If I am included in a group, it will be nos. Right? If I'm using the vosotros, which is you all, it will be os. But this is not very popular in America Latina, so I just mention it to be politically correct, okay? And then we have the plural of lo and la, okay? Lo will be los, and then las, okay? Now, if I have to replace el libro, I have to think about número uno. Libro, is that first person, second person, or third? And then in this case, libro is something, so it's third person, okay? So it's going to be in the él, ella, okay? Form. And then libro is masculino o femenino. We can take a look at the article, and the article is telling me that it's masculine if I'm not able to recognize the ending, okay? So I can replace el libro with lo, okay? And I can say María, I'm going to eliminate this, María lo tiene. Okay, and now that could be my sentence. Of course, you or the person who is talking to me, that person needs to have the reference. And in this case, the reference is el libro. So we both know that we're talking about the book. Okay, so María lo tiene. Now in this case, I can use the pronoun. The same thing in English. María has it. Okay, so the it is going to be lo. Okay, but if I keep using, for example, Pedro has it, then you will be wondering, but what is it? So we need to have that reference before using the pronoun. Okay, bien. One more example, and then I'm done Okay. And of course, if you have questions, you can email me. Okay. We can talk over Skype too. Okay. For example, actually, I'm going to do two more examples. Pedro trae la computadora. Okay, trae la computadora. So now my verb is going to be trae. I know that the sujeto, the doer, is Pedro. And now my question is, ¿qué trae Pedro? And that the answer to that question is the objeto directo. Pedro trae la computadora. So I can ask you, Pedro trae la computadora, and then you can reply to me. That's it. That is a good example in which we use the pronoun. And then I can say, sí, Pedro la trae. And now I'm using la because this part over here is the objeto directo, and it's not first person, it's not second person, it's third person. So then these are my options. But since, let me find another color so you can see. These are my options for third person. Lola, los, and las. Okay? Since la computadora is femenino, then I cannot use lo or los. Since la computadora is singular, then I cannot use las. So the pronoun that I need will be la. Okay? Now I can say Pedro la trae, and there you have it over here. Okay? Now imagine that Pedro is bringing many computers, las computadoras. So now my pronoun will be, sí, Pedro las trae. Okay, Pedro las trae. One more. Okay. Now, Marcos me necesita. Me necesita. So, what is the verb? Necesita. Who is in need? Marcos. That's your sujeto. Now, what Marcos needs? In this case, is a person. It's me. So it's first person. There you have it. That's why we're using me. Okay. Now, if I change it to te, then I'm not talking about he needing me, but he will be needing you. Okay. So I hope that this is clear. Okay. And if you have questions, email me. Okay. Chao. Hasta luego.